Hello, my name is Dr. Chaitanya and welcome to my new YouTube video. To the practical number 11 part 1, that is the hepatobiliary system necrosis and the hepatitis. You have to write down the following things. So liver cell injury can be divided into the focal, zonal and diffuse. In the focal you can see that this is the typhoid, granulomatous injury in zonal, centrilobular, mid-zonal, periportal, or you can see this in the fulminant type, submassive necrosis or like this. So are you to see that what kind of injury I am talking about or what is it mean by. So before that you should know about the normal histology and anatomy of the liver. This is the normal anatomy of the liver, showing 1.5 kg of liver which is brownish in color and intact capsules externally. On the cut section you can see here the liver is having brownish in color, portal tract and different types of the central veins are there. On the histology you can see that there are the three things I am talking about: the centrilobular, periportal area and the mid-zonal area. So which are they? This one is actually a portal triad area, this one is actually a central vein area, and in between this there are the 1, 2, 3 areas are there. So this is called as periportal area, this is called as centrilobular area, and this is called as the mid-zonal area. Basically this portal triad contains the portal vein, hepatic artery and the bile duct, whereas the central vein is called as the hepatic vein, okay, which goes and forms your inferior vena cava. It goes in drain into the inferior vena cava. So whenever something is in the right heart, it affects this central vein or hepatic vein. Here you can see that these are the normal hepatocytes. These are the normal hepatocytes which form the cords, and in between hepatocyte there are the small area which is called as the hepatic sinusoids. These sinusoids are lined by these sinusoids are showing some kind of RBCs and bile ducts. In between these two hepatocytes you can see that there is a biliary canaliculi which transfers your bile. Okay, so here please remember the flow of the blood supply and other things. From portal triad the vein supplies the blood to the hepatic vein. From the artery also you can go, blood supply is going towards the hepatic vein, and from the bile it is going from the hepatic vein, central vein or hepatic vein, terminal hepatic vein, to the portal triad. Okay, so these are the blood supplies of the hepatic artery, vein and the bile duct, which are very important. And these three zones, now you can see that this zone is called as the periportal, this zone is called as the centrilobular, and in between this zone called as the mid zone. So these injuries are different in the different zones. Why? Because it depends on the blood supply. As you go far away, the blood supply will be less. So these are the liver injuries, that is the focal means one of this out of this one zone is only affected, that is the typhoid, granulomatous, sarcoidosis and syphilis. Most of them are the bacterial. Coming to the zonal, that is the zone 1, 2, 3. Zone 1 is periportal, zone 2 is mid-zonal, and zone 3 is centrilobular. So zone centrilobular is due to the cardiac function, that is as it is connected with the inferior vena cava. So CCF or the shock can affect the centrilobular zone. Mid zone is called as a Z2, or it is the zone 2, which is affected by the yellow fever and the yellow fever. Whereas the zone 1, it is a zone 1. Zone 1 is around the periportal, which is due to the poisonings, because the poison will come from this way to this. So these are the few things which you should remember. Now what about this figure? This figure is showing the difference between the two things, that is this is the normal liver, this is abnormal liver. This abnormal liver is actually a specific appearance called as the nutmeg appearance of the liver, seen in the chronic passive venous congestion of the CPVC of our liver. Okay, so whenever there is venous congestion, these are the dark brown normal area, and this yellow area is this is the viable area, and this is the non-viable area, or showing the congestion of the liver. So after microanatomy we will go to the specimen, that how exactly we should describe the specimen of the liver. So whenever you have a specimen in the exam hall, please try to understand that where a specimen is showing specific slice or whole liver. Sometimes they have a specific slice of the liver, or sometimes they have the full liver. Okay, now coming to the lesion, Try to identify externally that whether lesion on the external surface is showing any nodules. Are there any nodules on the external surface? Is there any protruding lesion on the external surface? Is the capsule is intact or not? On the cut section, try to understand that where the lesion is in the right lobe, or where the lesion is the left lobe, or where there are the nodules. These nodules are separated by any septa or not. Now coming to the color, whether the parenchyma and the lesion is showing the same color or not. If it is of different color, then you should mention this. Now coming to the whether cut section is showing tumor, cyst or abscess cavity. I have been discussed in the previous series only that how to describe tumor, cyst and abscess cavity. For tumor, you have to remember the margin, color and on palpation whether it is the hard or having a softness or fleshiness, and whether there is a necrosis or whether there is a hemorrhages or not. In case of the parenchyma, you should talk about the parenchyma, whether it is suppressed by the tumor. It is called as the compression or atrophy. Color of the parenchyma is again important, because color can show you the whether it is a different from the tumor or whether it is the same tumor. Texture, whether it is showing the hardness or friability, and the septae are there or not, because if there are the septae, it means there is a fibrosis, and this can be give a clue that the due to cirrhosis, in the cirrhosis only tumor can arise. So these are the specific things you should talk about the liver. The another two specific things about the liver are the one is a bile stain, whether there is a bile stain or not, and when there are the satellite nodules or not. Whenever most of the time there is hepatocellular carcinoma having the irregular margin and friability, some hepatic nodules are there. Don't mistaken as a metastasis. These are the same nodules, and these are called as the satellite nodules of the hepatocellular carcinoma. So these are the specific things about the liver specimen. Coming to the cyst and abscess cavity, please try to identify that cyst number. Okay, cyst number is very important, whether it is a single or multiple, because whenever there are the multiple cysts, it is the most of the time associated with the adult cystic kidney diseases, whereas it is a single cyst, may be due to the abscesses or may be due to the hydatid cyst. Okay, hydatid cyst is due to the parasite okay, this is due to the parasite. So this cyst can give us a clue. Coming to the last one is the abscess cavity. So in case of the abscess cavity, you have to describe about the margin, size, okay, and how the abscess cavity is basically, whether it is filled with the pus or whether it is a dark brown material. When it is dark brown material, it is called as the anchovy sauce. When it is filled with the pus, maybe it is due to the pyogenic and it is a pale or elevation color. So these are the some ground differentiation. So thank you very much.